I first came to Gitmo when I was on May the 4th of 1966. And back then I was known as Jan Arguelles. We had so much fun in Gitmo. We'd get up in the morning and decide to go to the beach. We'd go diving, we'd go snorkeling, we'd come home, hang out with friends, and every night we could see a movie if we wanted to. We had a lot of movie theaters, and they were all out under the stars. We could just go sit and watch a movie, and it was great. We always thought that the base censored our music, though, because the only thing we could buy in the store in Gitmo was the Beach Boys or beach music. I had a cousin back in the States that I'd talked to some, and she would tell me about the music, and the music was not what we were hearing. I mean, we couldn't get the Rolling Stones or anything like that, any of the rock stuff, and we always felt like we were in our own little bubble until we left Gitmo. And we didn't really miss it that much. I mean, I can't say we missed it because we didn't know what was going on. So we just hung out in our own little world, and we loved it. But we used to hear stories about the Cubans, how they would come through. There were some that were allowed to come over to the base and work, and each day they would go home and they'd have to pass through the gate, and Castro would or his men would search them and take their money or take different things from them. And we always thought that was just terrible. But we also heard that there were, from time to time, there would be Cubans that jump the fence or swim around the fence. And there was a special place on Gitmo where they would keep these guys. And then once a week they'd fly them out to the States, I'm assuming. Of course, all that was hush-hush. If we heard about it, it was just we overheard somebody's conversation because it was just kept all hush-hush. In our school, we had a Cuban who had swum over, as I understand, as I remember his story, he had swum over when he was a young child. His mother had taught him to swim underwater and had taught him to hold his breath, and when he got big enough and old enough, she sent him to the base, and he was adopted by an American family and lived there, and he was in our high school. And of course, we would talk with him, and he was still fluent in Spanish. We also had Jamaicans over there. We had Jamaicans that would come in and work, and they lived in Quonset huts, not too far from us, but and they were always interesting to talk to too. But I don't know. We just it was a cultural mix down there of different types of people. And it was a good thing. I mean, I think I feel like I'm more objective because of it, because I've lived among different cultures and met different types of people.